let's turn our attention to a matter that has different dimensions, political and security-wise. The presidential candidate of the NDC, Mr. Peter Obi, was interviewed recently, where he stated that Governor Seyi Makinde told him that Mr. President did not and has still not called him regarding the Orire abduction of pupils and students. In the spirit of inclusive governance, Minister, regardless of party affiliation, do you think the President should have at least called the governor, even though we know he had sent some delegates to the state?
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching me from. This video I'm about to show you now was actually an interview where the Honorable Minister and the person of Wike was asked a question regarding his thoughts based on a statement made by the NDC presidential candidate in the person of Peter Obi. In this very video, the interviewer said that Peter Obi, he was saying something. He said Peter Obi made a statement saying the governor of Oyo State told him that the president did not call him and has still not called as regards to the pupils that were kidnapped at Orire. Well, actually, this video I'm doing it late because I didn't do it immediately when this particular interview was made. So it's possible that the president must have called. Yes, it's possible that he must have called. So, but I just want to give my own take as regards to the question that was thrown to the Honorable Minister, because this question was a little bit dicey. Now, let me go back to the question. Let me go back to the statement that was made by Peter Obi and the question that was thrown to the Honorable Minister. The interviewer said that Peter Obi made a statement as of when the kidnap happened. He said Peter Obi made a statement saying the governor of Oyo State told him that the president did not call and has still not called as regards to the people that were kidnapped. Okay, but the interviewer now said although delegates have been sent. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so delegates have been sent. Then now the person of Wike was now asked that do you think the president should have called the governor first? That's the question, and that's where I want to place my anchor on. That's what I want to actually discuss. Who is supposed to call first? Are we together now? But trust Mr. Our Honorable Minister, he's a very funny man and a very jovial man. He said something. I don't know if I should take him serious with that. He said he can't see himself value statements coming from people. He left the question first that was asked him. I said he can't value statements coming from Peter Obi, that he doesn't see him as a man who is consistent, but take everything to be politics. You know, politicians, they don't have to throw jabs. Well, that is, by the way, that's not why I'm here. I am not here to talk about all this. I am here to talk about who is supposed to call first. You know, there are things I actually placed down. I wrote some certain things down. You know, because if you watch this video completely, I think the person of Wike, he made some right statements. Yes, based on his thoughts, I feel his thoughts while we are still okay despite the jabs, you know, but his thoughts we are still okay. But you know, most of the times we all have how we see things and how we react to things. Some people might not really wait for you to call them, to tell them something has happened before they will reach out to you. Some other persons will wait for you to put a call before they will now know how to step in to help you. So whichever way you will look at this matter now, you will see that nobody is right and nobody is wrong. Now, this is how I broke it down. I want to look at it from governance and leadership perspective rather than politics. Because when you look at these things from the angle of politics, somebody might tell you, maybe this person did not do like this. He's supposed to do like this because the person wants to paint themselves good when it comes to politics. But now I don't want to act as a politician now. I want to act based on true governance based on true leadership, what should have happened. Now, there is no strict constitutional rule that says only one side must make the call. For me, that's my own talk. That's my own take. So, however, in a major crisis such as the abduction of school children, many people would reasonably expect the president to reach out to the governor. Here's why. This is why some people felt that the president should have called the governor. This is the reason. The president is the head of the federal uh, government and commander in chief. So they expect that the moment something of such, something that is serious happens, he should put a call across. Yes, let me give you an example. It says kidnappings and large-scale security incidents often involve federal security agencies. A call from the president can show concern, solidarity, and commitment to providing support. 2, the governor is the chief executive of the state. The governor has the most immediate information about what happened on the ground. It is also reasonable for the governor to contact the president or federal authorities to request assistance, providing updates, or seek intervention. Now, when you look at these two things, now you will now ask, so who should call first? In practice, either of them can call first. Yes. What matters is effective communication and a cooperation, not protocol. Let me break it down. When serious situations like this arise, sometimes protocol needs to be broken. You don't say, and let me wait now. This one doesn't say, and he's supposed to. Things will go bad. Let me give you in details. If the president calls the governor, it demonstrates leadership, empathy, and federal support. And I feel this is the reason why Peter Obi said what he said. Because the person of Peter Obi, when, like, what I know him for is, sometimes immediately something happens, he's always on ground. So he felt that the moment the president hears this, he should call to show empathy. He should call to show empathy. That's the angle Mr. Peter Obi was actually looking at it from. But let's not take it away from the president. The president might be too busy. Let me just say this. He might be too busy at that time of the incident and might not be able to put a call across immediately. And now you will see him as if he is not willing to, fulfill his duties by showing empathy at that moment. I don't know if you're getting me. Now, the second part is, if the governor calls the president, it demonstrates initiative, ensures the federal government receives direct information. Now, somehow, if this is the state of the governor, this is where the governor is in charge. So if something of such happens, I feel he stands a better position to put a call immediately to the president. Mr. President, sir, this is what is going on in my state too. I don't know how you can help. It's still not all so bad. You see what I'm saying? Now look at the difference now. To me, by protocol, the governor is supposed to call. But by virtue of empathy, the president is supposed to call first. So you see why I said nobody is right, nobody is wrong. Now let us go. I want to give an unbiased conclusion. In a serious incident like this, the abduction of school children, the best expectation is that both leaders should communicate quickly with each other. Arguing over who should place the first call is less important than coordinating efforts to rescue the victims and prevent further attacks. Therefore, it is understandable for a governor to expect a call from the president during a major tragedy, but it is also reasonable to expect the governor to contact the president if urgent federal intervention is needed. Neither expectation is inherently wrong. Good leadership would usually involve communication from both sides. In a quick response, the governor can put a call across. In a quick response, and maybe the governor is confused, he doesn't know what to do, the president can still put a call across. But mostly, the president's call is based on empathy, to show concern. Are we together? Now let us see. Evaluating situations like this is often helpful to separate legal responsibility, administrative responsibility, and leadership expectation. Legally, administratively, the governor is responsible for the affairs of the state and should communicate with relevant federal authorities when a major security incident occurs. That is legally, administratively. By right, legally, he is supposed. Now, nationally, the president has responsibility for country's overall security, architecture, and can be expected to show concern and coordinate support. His own is to show concern, but it's not as if it's under his power immediately, because powers have been delegated. You understand? There is centralization of power, decentralization of power rather. Now, from a leadership standpoint, citizens usually expect both leaders to communicate and work together during crisis. In other words, it's often less about who should call first, but more about whether both leaders acted promptly and effectively to address the emergency. Are we together now? In a nutshell, it's paramount that both leaders act promptly, not waiting for who should call first. Are we together now? So, in my own opinion, I believe the person of Wike made a correct statement saying anybody can call first, or rather, the governor is supposed to also call, because it is in his own state, it is in his own environment where the incident has happened, and the president may not be disposed at the moment to put a call across. So it is you that your shoe is paining, that will lay a complaint that my shoe it has a problem. Are we together now? Then the person of Peter Obi is actually talking from the place of empathy. You understand? So I don't know. This video is actually coming out late. I just saw this interview and I felt, let me just give my own take. I believe maybe the president must have called. If the president has not called and he has sent delegates, I believe it's still also a concern. Yes, he has shown his own empathy by sending delegates, because the president cannot be everywhere at the moment. So, but anyhow it is, people always feel that that's my father. Should when they hear the president is calling me, it shows there is a feeling you have that this person has concern. I don't know. There is, Africans, there is how we see authorities when they come into our matter. There is this special feeling we have. You understand? But whichever way, nobody is right and nobody is wrong. You understand what I mean? But I would like us to watch the interview that actually brought this whole talk that I'm saying out here. But do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so that you can get more updates from this channel. If you have enjoyed this analysis, please, I would like you to drop a comment in the comment section. Drop your own opinion as regards to this matter. But I'd like you to watch the video and tell me what's on your mind.
Oh man. I have never seen a film like that.
Minister, let's turn our attention to a matter that has different dimensions, yes, political and security-wise. The presidential candidate of the NDC, Mr. Peter Obi, was interviewed recently, where he stated that Governor Seyi Makinde told him that Mr. President did not and has still not called him regarding the Orire abduction of pupils and students. Okay. In the spirit of inclusive governance, Minister, regardless of party affiliation, do you think the President should have at least called the governor, even though we know he had sent some delegates to the state?
Okay, let me ask you one. First of all, let me just first of all, I don't know how I will value any statement made by Peter Obi. I don't. Why? Because you have not shown a man who's consistent. And I'm coming to that. I've not seen that. Everything for him is politics. I'm not in a position to confirm, but I do know if President did not call Seyi, who's the governor, did Seyi call the head of the government? That is what has happened in my state. If he called him, they spoke. What is the problem? The mere fact that the president did not come, but you called president. If something happens in my state now, it is for me to call Mr. President. First, this is the problem, sir. That's how it is done. I mean, you can't turn it the other way around. For whatever reason it is.
Is that
yes. Because you are the head of, you are the chief security officer of that area. If something has happened in your state, it's for you to take and make a call to put a call to Mr. President. Mr. President, this is what has just happened in my state. Another thing that's important, did Mr. President take concern about it? Did he do anything about it? Let us not be playing politics in everything. Peter Obi thinks that he's not the messenger Seyi told him. So he's telling the world that this is what Seyi told him. There are so many things that Seyi may not have told him. But why do you play politics in that? What do you think you will achieve by saying that? So if Mr. President calls him, then the problem has been solved. What is more important is Mr. President concerned, has he taken step to making sure that what happened, our children are being rescued, our sanity is being brought. It's not about who called who, did not call who. Look at petty things you want to take it to make, if at all it is correct. For me now, if I have a problem in FCT, Mr. President may know, but it's my responsibility to call Mr. President, sir, we have this problem. He may know through intelligence report, but Protocol demands that I should call Mr. President. Assuming if he calls him that he had that something happen, he said, no, nothing like that in my state. What happens? It is your responsibility as a state governor to put a court through the office of Mr. President. And then Mr. President will not say, yes, I have had it. I got that intelligence. No problem, I'll get back to you. All he needs to do to set up the machinery, like he did, by sending powerful government delegation to go to the place. So we should not every time trivialize issues. Is it how Obi thinks that they will vote for him? It's by telling Nigerians, President did not call Seyi. That's what Seyi told me. That's you gossip with Seyi. I mean, when you say something concrete, tell Nigerians something concrete. You begin to capitalize on any small thing that nobody you want to play politics with everything. Meanwhile, you want another party, you couldn't stand the crisis, you ran away.
Yes, sir. The former deputy governor of Oyo State, yes, Ambassador Taofik Arakwaja, is being paraded as the secretary of the caretaker committee set up by the Turaki group of the People's